Hi friends, happy Tuesday. It's Talkie Tuesday. I'm Dori Patrick. Welcome to my very messy art studio. It's been a couple weeks since I've seen you. How have you been? Can you believe it's November already? Holy moly. Yeah, time is a flying by. And my pigtails are really weird today. How have you been? Good to see you. We are doing okay here at the Big Yellow House. We have had kind of a little rough time for the past couple weeks. We've had some stuff come up and some health stuff with our doggy. It's like kind of been feeling like it's piling on lately, but we're doing okay. Yeah, last week was rough, so I just took the week off from making videos because I just needed some time to get some stuff done. But yeah, and the doggy is fine, no worries. She actually got a little kennel cough from probably a little friend at daycare or something. So she got a little kennel cough right before Halloween. We still had a really fun Halloween. We dressed her up as a taco, and hubby and I dressed up as little. We said we were her backup singers, the Chips. We were like dressed as little nacho chips, but yeah, so she was under the weather for Halloween, but she still had a good time. We just kind of had her inside greeting people through the window. We did have her out front a little bit, but we were just like trying to especially not spread germs to other dogs in the neighborhood. But Halloween night was really fun. It was really beautiful. We have a fun, busy neighborhood on Halloween. Just, big old trees and folks decorate, and it's just really fun. So we had a really great night, Halloween night. Hubby and I also celebrated our anniversary, so that was nice. And I've been kind of getting back into the groove here in the studio. I'm not gonna lie, it hasn't been a super crazy productive time for me. I've just kind of been struggling with getting things done lately. You just kind of feel like you're in a slump, and just had other stuff to take care of too. So, we have those seasons sometimes. I had a really great productive day a couple days ago and really got some stuff off the ground, which I think I'll just turn the camera around and show you. That might be easier. But it kind of brought up the topic for me today. And I know we've kind of touched on this before about getting things done when you don't feel like it and that kind of thing. But I guess the thought that I was having recently is being in that slump where you're not loving what you're doing, you're not feeling inspired, you don't feel like, picking up a brush and getting going on it. And I guess I just want to tell you, it happens to all of us. All of us. I got a really sweet message a week or so ago from a customer who said that it felt so good for her to know that someone whose artwork she admires also has that feeling sometimes. And I thought, yeah, quite often actually. So I think it's important to just remember that there are gonna be seasons where you just are not excited about what you're doing, or as in my case, it was a few days ago, I had a day where I had these 3 abstract paintings I was working on, and I just could not get, they were not working out. And the thing is, like, I know better. Like, I know what I should be doing when something isn't working out. You set it aside and you come back to it another day, another time, or whatever, or just put it in the closet, So I think that's more why I was frustrated with myself, is I wasn't following the advice that I know I should be giving myself. So I had one painting in particular. I mean, I freaking painted that thing within an inch of its life. Now, I did find some really cool discoveries on that piece. I'm playing around a lot with pulling layers back up off of a painting, like layers of paint or paper I've glued down and then tearing that back up. I'm telling you guys, I don't know how many layers are on this canvas. And I realized, I was like, oh my gosh, Dori, you are beating this dead horse. Put it aside. And that's the thing, I know better. So I spent a lot of time on one piece, and I usually do not do that, but I was just so frustrated and determined that I want to make it work that I just really pushed it so far. Way too far. But the great thing about painting is, for me, even a bad day painting is better than a good day working in the corporate world. So I'm still good. I'm still all good. But what I learned the next day when I came into the studio, and what I thought last night when I went to bed, I thought, oh my God, that's a day of my life I'm never going to get back. And I made crap. I actually came back into the studio and saw them and thought, oh, wow, there's some potential here. It was just such a good reminder, because I know this. I've been doing this long enough. I know this. But every once in a while, you've just got to have that reminder that there is no wasted time. Even when you make something you think is crap, set it aside, give it a good night's sleep, come back in the light of day, and it's amazing how you can then go, okay, I know how to resolve this now. And sometimes you don't know how to resolve it, and then you just paint over it and you do something completely different. And that's okay too. That's also the great thing about painting is, you can just go on and on and on and on. A painting could essentially never be done if you let it be. I'm a little too impatient for that. I like to come to a conclusion and fairly quickly, and then move on to my next piece. But it was such a great reminder, and I just thought I would share that with you, that even those of us who have been doing this a long time, people who are seasoned and know, we get tripped up too. We get tripped up, we overwork stuff, we go too far, we have stuff that we do that we think is crap. And it's a matter of taking that breath and coming back to it at a different time. Sometimes that different time is the very next day, just like in this case. But sometimes it's also months down the road. There's some things I just put it back in the closet. And one day I pull it out, and months later I'm ready to deal with it. So I guess what I'm trying to say in a roundabout sort of way is give yourself grace and remember that everybody makes crap. Everybody. I don't care who you are. Everybody makes crap. And we're not always showing each other our crap. We want to hide it under the bed. But just remember that it's there, and really there's nothing that can't be resolved or fixed in some way, shape, or form. Sometimes I just make things I don't love also, and I am surprised, like it's the first thing that sells at an art show. Like it made a connection with somebody. So we can also be our harshest critics. It's so important to step back and take a look at your work before you get too harsh on it, I guess. So yeah, that was a really good reminder for me. And the fact that a couple of you reached out about that topic, I thought, you know what, we should remind ourselves of that. So anyway, that's what I thought I would share today. I am in the throes of getting ready for a couple of shows. These are my last 2 shows of the year, and I wanted to remind you of them so that if you are in the area, hopefully you can come and see me. I will be at the Waterloo Center for the Arts this Saturday. That's November 12th. I think the show is from 9 to 4, but I'm going to put a link to the show in the show notes so you have the exact details. But this is the first time I'm going to be at that show, and I'm really excited. I have been invited previous times, and the scheduling just didn't work out or whatnot. So I'm really excited to meet everybody there and just kind of enjoy a fun day up there at the art center. So that is this Saturday. And then the next Saturday, which I think would make that the 19th, that is the Prairie Woods Holiday Bazaar. So this show this weekend is Waterloo. Waterloo is about like a 45-minute drive north of here. Prairie Woods Spiritual Center is here in Cedar Rapids. It's actually in Hiawatha, which is a suburb of Cedar Rapids. But it's a holiday bazaar, and that will be the 19th, and I think that show is from 8 to 1. It's a fun, festive, just a fun place to visit. It's a beautiful acreage that has paths to walk, and they do lots of workshops like for yoga, meditation, and arts and crafts and things like that. It's a really great, cool place. And they are having their annual bazaar. We're coming back. This is, I think, our first time back since COVID. I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Anyway, I'm going to be there. And so I'm in the throes of getting stuff ready. And I'm going to turn the camera around, and I'll show you what I'm up to for the Waterloo show. I have a lot to do, you guys, so I'm going to try to just keep this little video fairly short and get back to work. All right, let's turn this around and see what I'm up to. Okay, so this is the work table that's behind me, and sorry about that glare with the sun. Hopefully you can see these okay. These are, whoopsie, some little wooden Christmas trees that I like to do. I do a few every year. In different this one's my favorite one. I love how those little ornaments turned out. Yeah, so I've got some of those done, all those different patterns. Those are going to come with me to Waterloo. I had hoped to get some ornaments done, but I don't know if it's going to happen this time. We'll see. A thing that I'm really excited about right now are these half and half faces There's one. So, kind of similar to those half and half floral paintings I did a while back. I took the same approach with some faces, and I'm really loving the results. So I drew a bunch of similar faces and on all different kinds of paper with all different kinds of mediums, and then I cut them in half and then pieced them together and then kind of sorted out the details. And I have these fabulous frames. If you guys are looking for good, and these are fairly affordable frames, I got these off of Jerry's Artorama. And I couldn't tell you the price off the top of my head. I try to hit it when they have sales. But it's an unfinished wood frame. And there's a green one. It's drying up on its little stilts there. And there's one with a black nose. I love his nose. And so I decided on a black frame for him. So Jerry's Artorama has these wonderful unfinished wooden chunky frames. I also got them in a little 5x7 size, which I think is as cute as can be. And I have little 5x7 panels that I'm going to paint and pop them in. I love the option to just coordinate my frame with the piece. That's kind of a look for me. I don't know if you'd call it my signature look, but I really dig a painted frame. And I love having it complement the faces. This little guy is super fun. I love his little cheek and that color around his eye. And I don't know if the camera is picking it up, but I did his background in glitter. That's like a glitter paste that I used for that one. And this little guy has glitter in his background too. Black glitter. I love that texture. So yeah, so these are getting me excited. I'm working on getting these all cured, and I need to give the frames all a gloss coat. I've got sorry, I'm moving you really fast. These are some more frames that are getting their coats. This one's going to be a shiny gold, but the gold paint is so thin it's going to take me a few coats with that one. Yeah, I also have this idea for a really funny little angel ornament. This is sort of my little prototype drawing. I don't know, I have this idea of these angels that are like squawking. Almost like, come on, you guys. Really? You know what I mean? So I don't know. I don't know even what I'm going to do with that. And I have a little birdie drawing too that I just had some scrap paper and was using it up. So some of these may end up coming with me to Waterloo. And they haven't moved because they've been sitting here curing. Let's see if I can get, there we are. Good grief. These little clay houses that I formed them, baked them, and they've been painted and sealed. But they are making me really happy too. They'd be cute in little groupings. So I'm hoping to get those to Waterloo too. Yeah, I mean, I've got so much, lots of stuff in process here that I really just need to get a handle on. But okay guys, thank you so much for taking a little peek around my studio. I hope you enjoyed it. For the next few weeks, I am really kind of taking care of some family stuff and just kind of getting sorted from my time of getting behind and stuff. So I don't guarantee that I'm going to do the Talkie Tuesdays every week for the next few weeks. But I will try to pop in and maybe just do some little process videos or just pop in and say hi, because I love the interaction that I have with you guys. We're just having a season right now, and we'll get through it. But I wanted to let you know that I appreciate your support and your enthusiasm. I love your questions. I'm kind of getting a little list of questions together that you guys have asked me, and I'll try to get to those as soon as I can. But in the meantime, I wish you well. I hope you're having a beautiful day. If this is election day, so if you're in the States, I hope you go and vote. And we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.